This is my first Metacom MAFEX figure ever. I really like it overall, but it has some issues that surprised me with a more expensive import figure like this. Let's start with the overall vibe of the figure. The stealth suit is my favorite look for Captain America in the MCU, so I'm happy to get another version of it. He looks like my mind's eye version of Cap. The proportions look good, especially compared to the Marvel Legends version, which looks way more like Chris Evans' head put on a cartoon body. Not that Chris Evans isn't already cartoonishly proportioned, of course. I think the likeness of Chris Evans is very good. The detailing seems really good too. I love all the little stuff they added, like his name tag on his left shoulder, and the accurate size of the shield patch on his right. I'm looking at you, Marvel Legends version. Here's the first unexpected issue I noticed. The forearms came on the wrong sides, but it's relatively easy to swap, at least on paper. Sounds like it's a pretty common problem with this specific release. My figure's right arm was so tight a friend of mine and I had to pull it apart with 2 sets of pliers, but I've read online that others have been able to just pull them apart without even applying heat, so your mileage may vary. Once they're in the right place, the single elbow joints can get a bit past 90 degrees, and they swivel too. They have a lot of range in the shoulders. Butterfly joints, and these go up and down. I find myself having to readjust the upper shoulder bit here when I'm posing, but it's a pretty minor issue overall. It moves pretty well. The wrists have these swivelable peg things that let you get both up and down and side to side, depending on what you need at the moment with the hands that you're using. And speaking of hands, this thing has a grip of them. You have the standard fists, grabbing hands, relaxed hands, even more relaxed hands, shield holding and throwing hands, and pointers. I like that they add these little sprues to keep things organized when they aren't in use. The hands are really easy to swap and stay on securely. For accessories, you get both the regular shield, the stealth shield, an empty helmet, 3 total swappable heads, the MAFEX stand, and shield back assembly thing. I'll talk more about that in a second. I like that they included both versions of the shield, but I'm probably always going to display them with the standard one. Both shields share the same arm strap parts, a small one for hanging on the back and a larger one for putting on Cap's arm. They both have this little cutout inside that keeps it in place. The larger one stays put okay, I guess, but the small one falls out if you even look at it too hard. Which is a bummer because it's pretty integral to the contraption that hangs the shield on his back. The shield back hanging thing is very frustrating to use. It seems over-engineered for what it is. You slot these 2 tab things into the small spaces in his back straps, pop this piece on, and then you slide this piece into the straps on the shield. Except inevitably one of the pieces decides it's not going to stay put and it all falls apart. Putting the weight of the shield on this little removable tab is certainly an engineering choice. Kinda seems like Hydra had a hand in this one. I'm thinking about adding some hobby magnets to make it work better and report back in another video. Do you have another solution for the shield assembly? Let me know in the comments. The empty helmet doesn't fit on the unmasked head. It's just for him to hold on to pensively and contemplate the burden of responsibility or something like that. I like the heads that this comes with. Another unmasked head with a different emotion would be nice, but these do alright, I guess. This might be the figure that I've had the easiest time swapping heads on, though. They nailed the balance between ease of removal and making it feel secure when it is attached. It pops right on there and pops right off. And look at how much the whole headular region moves. You can look way up and way down while throwing a bit of sass in there all the while. Down in the torso, you get movement in the upper chest and down in the waist. It does the job. The belt has a little bit of give, but doesn't slide around too much. In the legs, we have some drop-down joints in the thighs, which lets you get about this far with the splits. The knees have double joints that move very smoothly and have good stability. There's a swivel at the top of the boots. The ankles have limited range due to these little pieces at the bottom. There's a little bit of give on the bottom of them with the soft plastic or rubber or whatever this is, so you can kinda deal. The feet have toe joints and otherwise do the job of being feet. There are 2 of them. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends version of the MCU stealth suit and the Marvel Legends comic Commander Rogers figure that this design is influenced by. And next to Jada Toys' Ken and Ryu, and next to Marvel Legends Scarlet Spider and the SH Figuarts No Way Home Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And the Jada Toys Chester Cheetah and the NECA Bob Ross. And next to the 1000 Toys Halo Infinite Master Chief and a Star Wars Black Series Phase 1 Clone Trooper. And finally, next to the Marvel Legends Deadpool Legacy Collection Deadpool. I think this is a really cool figure. Problems with the shield are a bummer, but otherwise this is really awesome. I am definitely interested in looking at more MAFEX in the future. If you want to see another cool Marvel figure, check out my look at the Marvel Legends Scarlet Spider, or check out this other video that the almighty algorithm thinks you'll like.